Hello, my lovelies. This is going to be our weekly spiritual guidance and advice. I've pulled a couple of different decks we're going to use: the angels, the dragons, the keepers of the light, and the animals. We're going to start with the keepers of the light, and we're going to see what wisdom the ascended masters have for us. Interesting. And I like even numbers, so we're going to make it 4 cards for us today. All right, so it looks like we have a period of forgiveness with Master Jesus. So whether you're Christian or not does not matter for these cards. It doesn't matter your religion. It's all about the energy. There's some sort of path of light that you're on about love and forgiveness, and father healing is also possible at this time. So whether this is you need to forgive yourself, forgive another, there is definitely some forgiveness wounds that maybe need to be healed. I love how there's this beautiful blue flower on here. I feel like it's also encouraging you to go towards your enlightenment. And I feel like this is part of a pathway or a portal that you might be walking through. Might also be seeing some sacred geometry, and those could all be things showing you that you're on this new path. We next have Mercury, so this is about a communication, and I'm having difficulties getting that word out. So there might be some issues with open communication. It's time to get a weight off your chest, to speak up with love, and to be heard. Part of that might involve some sort of forgiveness. You may need to have a heart-to-heart conversation with somebody, but Mercury is the planet of communication, and that's why when it's going retrograde, we tend to have a lot of technology issues, hiccups with communication, emails, things like that. So very important that we start to communicate openly. We have Serapis Bay, Ascension. And what was I saying about the portal or going towards a new direction? So this is also about ascension and growing, moving into your true self. It's time to rise above the darkness, know that the light is here. So you could also feel a connection to things like ancient Egypt. I love the colors on his neck here and as his headdress here, this like blue-green color. It's kind of almost an emerald teal color. So that is a very significant color for things like royalty. It's also very powerful for this year, 2024. Emerald green is the color for this year. So I love how this one has kind of that same tone. And then we have the sacred self, the Shekinah. I can never say that name right. Shekinah. Sacred self. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, and dance to the sacred rhythm of life. Where is it that you need to open up? Where is it that you need to get in touch with your sacred gifts? Maybe you need to get in touch with yourself a little bit more. Again, we have sacred geometry here on the dove, and so I feel like that might be something that you can meditate with, or things that help to unlock maybe new doorways of opportunities. Let's see what we have next from our angels. Thank you, angels. What does my collective need to know this week from the angel guides? And that's upside down. All right, so intuition and downloads. So we could be getting some serious information from our spirit team this week. I feel like they are trying to communicate with you in many different ways. So some of that might come through dreams or telepathic communication through thoughts. Could be that your heart space is being activated as well. They need you to listen deeply to whatever it is that is trying to come through. I feel like communication as a whole is going to start be something that improves for you as well. And we have romance and connection. So there might need to be some communication between you and a partnership as well. But this connection is in your life to teach you things, and it might be somebody new coming in for you as well that you have a romantic connection with. The angels are asking you to ask for what it is that you need and then be open to receive it. I feel like if you've recently been given a no for something that was very important, that there's a reason for that as well. It wasn't meant for your highest timeline, so they will deviate you from a certain path to kind of spare you any sort of undue grief. So whatever it is that you are needing, whether it's a miracle, whether it's something else, ask them for what you need. They want to help you, but they aren't able to intervene unless you ask. We do have free will. So know that if you've been given a no, it's because they're trying to bring in something that is better for you. Let's see what we have from the dragons this week. Ooh, the fear dragon. So this is about releasing fear. Remember that fear stands for false emotions appearing real. It's partly your ego. And so this can really kind of tell us that we're not good enough, or that we're too anything to go forward. that's not the case, that is your ego talking. Your ego's like that little dirtbag voice in your head that tells you everything that could go wrong, why you shouldn't do it, why it's not meant for you. But in reality, that's not the truth. And so we need to operate in love to replace fear. So the fear dragon comes to help usher away your fears and to help protect you. And replace it with love. I swear you can't make this stuff up. So we have to replace fear with love. Remember that all decisions are made out of one of two emotions, fear or love. We want to choose love every single time. This is about awakening your heart chakra, your heart space, and really trying to make all decisions that we make in life with love. So see things from a different perspective, see it from a nurturing and caring and empathetic energy. And self-worth. That might be something you struggle with. The self-worth dragon is here to tell you that you're good just the way that you are. Change things if you desire the change, but know that you are enough for the right situation, the right people, and that you need to start to see your worth as well. I also love how on this card there's lots of these little, they look like orchids to me. A beautiful design here. So I feel like you're going to start to come into bloom. I feel like an orchid especially kind of makes me think that it's rare and that it's beautiful and that it's kind of delicate. And so that might describe you as well, that you might be rare, beautiful, and delicate. It's time to bloom where you're planted is also what Spirit's telling me. And the earth chalice, I love that. So definitely needing to bloom where you're planted. All of the chalice cards in this deck are about like rebirth and transformative energy. You might need to ground your energy. I love how there's lots of green on there. We have emerald green as the color for this year. And so I feel like you're going to kind of bury the fears and we're going to start to bloom in love where we're planted. So you might need to ground your energy. Maybe you're going to garden. Maybe you need to go walk barefoot on the earth and kind of protect and cleanse your energy. I feel like that could definitely be something that's needed. All right, what do we need to know from our animals? That was quick. All right, so we have the deer, the badger, the dolphin, and the moose. Okay, so I feel like there could be some gossip going on around you. Take note of the messages and whispers and secrets adrift on the breeze. There might be some gossip. Pay attention to what's kind of going on, but don't get caught up in it. Kind of let things be. The badger, abandon compromise and fight valiantly for what you believe in. So this is something that I feel like if it's important to you, you're going to have to fight hard for what you want. I also feel like you need to not compromise on the things that are super important to you. And you need to fight for what you believe in, that's going to be important for you this week. And we have the dolphin. So tune into the rhythm of your breath to find stillness and patience. Again, meditation might not be a bad thing. We have earth and water elements coming out, so I feel like those two really need to be things that we use to ground and meditate. Salt baths, cleansing your energy, grounding, digging in the dirt, things like that. But tune into the rhythm of your breath and find stillness and patience. Lots of deep breaths might be required this week. And the moose. With self-reliance and measured patience, adversity will be overcome. So don't let any sort of negative talk kind of stir the pot for you this week. You are going to have to stick up for yourself and really kind of calm your mind and use breath work. That'll help you do that. And the moose telling you that you are being able to rely on yourself and that with measured patience, you're going to overcome any sort of challenges this week. That's what I have for your spiritual guidance. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and we'll see you soon.